Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Today is Monday, November 17th, 2025, and I'm actually going to India on November 25th. So it's 8 days before my India trip, and I'm just doing some shopping right now. I'll be giving you a status update every few days up until my trip, so stay tuned. It's Saturday, November 22nd, 3 days before my trip, and I'm in the midst of packing chaos right now. Have not packed, even though the trip is only a couple days away, which is not great. So in the process of doing that, and I'll show you all of the craziness in just a sec. This is what my basement looks like right now. Clothes and suitcases everywhere. But yeah, just packing right now. This is gonna go on for the next day or two until we're done. Hello, it is November 25th, and I am leaving to India today. So it's the day of the trip, just finishing up some last minute packing and getting some work done. Hey everyone, I'm in the car headed to the airport right now for my trip. It's raining outside and conditions are not ideal, but it's supposed to be stopping soon. My flight is at around 9 p.m. and right now it's 5 p.m. So trying to get there early, make sure we have enough time to check in and everything. I live very close to the airport. It takes only 5 or 6 minutes to get there. So I'm literally already almost at the airport, even though I just left my neighborhood. This is what the conditions are looking like outside. It is quite rainy and gloomy today. There is a lot of traffic on the road right now. Part of it is airport traffic, but also just general rush hour traffic. I'm very close to the departures area of the airport where people get dropped off, and as you can see, traffic is almost at a standstill right now. So this is the main terminal of Dulles Airport. Okay, so I just parked the car and now I'm walking towards the airport and the terminal. I'm still quite a ways away, so I'm gonna have to cross the busy street where all of the cars are dropping off people. Closer to the airport, still have to cross a crosswalk. Okay, finally near the terminal entrance. So just entered the airport and taking the elevator up towards departures now. Okay, I'm now in the main terminal near the international departures area going towards where the airline is. I'm traveling Etihad today, so just trying to find where that counter is so that I can get checked in and ready to go. So this is kind of what it looks like. For example, I see Saudi and Emirates. So this is kind of the main entrance of the airport. This is usually where I would come in, but did park today. And this is like a scale model made out of Legos of the airport. Here is Etihad. All right, so I just sped through check-in and just made it past security. It was a little bit crowded, so they were rushing us. Right now I'm near this cool bridge-like area inside of the airport that kind of leads to some of the gates. But this is where security was. You can kind of see a ton of people in the distance. Okay, so came down to the trains toward other terminals. At Dulles International Airport, there are these trains that take you from the main terminal to all of the other terminals to make it easier for passengers to get to their gates. So now I'm in the train. Right now I am headed to the B gates from the main terminal to grab some food before the flight, after which I'll be heading to the A gates to board my flight and head to India. So the trains are super fun to be on and they're very fast. It's almost like a metro or subway specifically for the airport. So it's always very cool to see. And you're always at the gates before you know it. So here I am getting off the train. I am in the Turkish Airlines Lounge right now, just grabbing some food before the flight. So let me show you what I got. There is a Turkish lentil soup with mac and cheese, some rice pudding, and some pita bread with different dips like labneh and some chickpeas and beet salads. All of this looks awesome. It's my first time inside of any airport lounge, so very excited to eat all of this food, and I'll give you a lounge tour once I'm finished eating. So this is the entrance to the lounge. I'll show you that more when I'm outside. And then when you enter, there is this tea, charcuterie, and desserts area. They have authentic Turkish tea and little very cute glasses to go with it. There was rice pudding here, but it seems to have been absolutely demolished and eaten up. They've got brownies, different types of cheeses and crackers, some disposable and ceramic cups for an assortment of herbal teas and different types of coffee and hot chocolate. And then this is just a hot water dispenser. They also have apple juice and infused water, which I love. And then over here is kind of the main food area. They have all kinds of Turkish food here. And some safe options like mac and cheese as well. I really liked the lentil soup here. And then pita with all of these different dips as well. And the lounge is right next to one of the B gates. It's right next to B42. And as you can see, there are 2 Turkish Airlines flights already hooked up to the gates here. Continuing along this way, there are bathrooms, shower rooms, and prayer rooms in here. And then they also have a bar back here. Anyway, this is my first time inside of a lounge. I think it's pretty cool. Had some really good food, and I'm gonna head back to my gate soon. And this is the entrance and concierge area.
Can I see your priority pass? Yes.
And this is the main entrance. It's very, very pretty. Okay, so I made it to my gate. It's A16 and the flight is just now starting to board. So I don't know if I gave you all a full description of my flight path, but I will be traveling from IAD here in Northern Virginia to Abu Dhabi, or AUH, in the United Arab Emirates. It's the capital of the UAE. And then once I'm there, I'm gonna have a 2 to 2.5 hour layover, and then we'll be boarding my flight from Abu Dhabi to Hyderabad in India. So the travel time from IAD to AUH in Abu Dhabi is almost exactly 13 hours, give or take like 15 minutes here or there. So it's gonna be about 13 hours to get from here to Abu Dhabi, and then from Abu Dhabi to Hyderabad, it's another 4-ish hours. So yeah, just waiting in line, getting ready to board. I'll give you a flight tour and seat tour as well. So I'll see you inside. A lot of fellow travelers waiting in line. Entering the flight right now. I think it's gonna be a full one. Alright guys, I made it to my seat. It's a bit cramped. That's all I'm gonna say. This is my first time flying Etihad. There's some pretty cool features on the flight, so I'm gonna show you that in a little while once we take off and things are all settled and I'm able to move a bit more freely. But as of right now, I'm just kind of sitting in my seat, just waiting for more instructions. They do have like an entertainment screen on the seat right in front of me, so let me show you. So the back of the seat in front of me has this like entertainment center, and they have like Apple TV Plus. They've got movies, TV shows, even live TV, and all these different options, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of interested to see what they have in the movies. Ooh, they have Freakier Friday, and they have the live action How to Train Your Dragon and Superman, Bad Guys 2. Ooh, oh, they even have Megan too. They have Elio. So I'm going to explore more of this later and kind of show you what I choose to watch, but I'm very excited to see what offerings they have in terms of entertainment.
يجب وضع أمتعتكم في الخزائن العلوية وأغراضكم الشخصية تحت المقعد أمامكم. يتوجب إغلاق الكمبيوترات المحمولة والأجهزة الإلكترونية كبيرة الحجم وتخزينها في مكان آمن أثناء الإقلاع والهبوط. يجب الآن إغلاق جميع الأجهزة الإلكترونية اليدوية مثل الهواتف النقالة أو اختيار وضعية الاستخدام أثناء الطيران. إذا تعرض جهازكم الإلكتروني للتلف أو ارتفعت درجة حرارته أو سقط في منطقة مقعدكم.
And it is exactly 10 p.m. So this is the flight path. We're going east from Washington, D.C., across Glasgow, Amsterdam, basically a lot of Western Europe, all the way down through Abu Dhabi. So crossing a huge chunk of the Atlantic Ocean here. Right now, still... Okay, so Washington, D.C. is right there. That's kind of where we started. Looking at it this way, we're like crossing over into New Jersey-ish territory right now. This is a pretty cool view of the flight path. There is Abu Dhabi. So if I X out of this, we can see that time since departure is 23 minutes and time to Abu Dhabi is still almost 12 hours. Okay, it's dinner time. Just got served dinner. Let me show you what I got. So this appears to be some kind of salad with beans, corns, carrot, and some kind of vermicelli type of noodle, it seems like. And then there's, of course, the butter and bread roll. Classic. And then this is rice with paneer curry and some kind of other vegetable curry here. I can't tell just by looking at it what it is, so I'm gonna do a taste test and let you know. And then they've got some dessert here. It looks to be some kind of like cake or custard type of cup, like some kind of parfait it looks like. So I'm gonna give all these a try. So when I booked my ticket and went in to manage my booking, I can always add in special requests and choose different meal types. Etihad actually has a ton of different meal options. They have vegan meals, they have raw vegetarian meals, which means that everything is going to be like raw food, like fruits and veggies instead of cooked. They have different types of meats, options that you can choose from. They have like eggetarian options for people who only eat egg, but not meat. Today I chose the Asian vegetarian meal, and they said that also qualifies as like a Hindu meal, so it's more like Indian style. So let's give this a try. Okay. So starting with this salad looking thing. Yeah, it's some kind of like red rice or something, but it's just got veggies in it, no seasoning, no salt, no pepper. I think that's on purpose because they gave me some salt and pepper packets so I can season it to my liking. It's not bad, just a little cold. So now I'm gonna move on to the main dish. Let's try that orange curry that I showed you. It's potato curry. Mildly spiced, mildly, very mild, not too bad. Now on to the paneer. This is, I think, some kind of like methi paneer or mutter paneer, something like that. Let me give it a try. Just mixing it up with the rice. Not bad. A little bit salty for me personally, but I think it balances out with the aloo curry. So overall, not terrible. And then like the bread roll is just the bread roll. I'm actually still a little full from all of the food that I ate in the Turkish Airlines Lounge, so I might just save the roll for later and complete the other items. Let's see, last but not least, the layered dessert that I showed you. I'm choosing to call it a parfait. Let me taste it and tell you what it actually is. It is a parfait. Now, let me tell you, I'm not a dessert girl. Sweets are not my thing. Give me spice all day long. But the best part of this meal, again for me personally, is that dessert. That layered parfait cup is actually pretty good. Good morning-ish. I don't even know what time it is. But I've been traveling for just over 5.5 hours. There's still around almost 7 to go actually. So yeah, I slept for a little bit of time and they're giving us some food now. Yeah, so this is pizza. It's a stone oven baked margarita pizza. So I guess it's not breakfast. I thought it was breakfast, but I guess it's late night snack. Alright guys, the lighting is really terrible in here. It's still kind of dim. That's what the pizza looks like. It looks kind of scary through the camera. But it's at least hot. Oh dear. Bathroom now. This is the only place that I can actually speak loudly. They've turned off the lights again because everyone is basically sleeping for most of the flight. Either that or watching movies, but either way, the lights are dimmed the majority of the time to not disturb people who are taking the time to rest. So I thought I'd come into the bathroom and just kind of show you around a little bit. I actually just went and spoke to some of the air hostesses. They were really sweet. It was nice talking to them. They were not interested in being in the vlog though, which is why like I won't be including them in this footage. But let me just show you kind of the sink area of the bathroom. It's very small, so I just like enter. They have just like napkins and, you know, soap and the actual sink. It has both hot and cold water options, and you just wave, I think. Oh yeah, there you go. And then just the trash can, and they've got like little cups too for like rinsing. And that's the bathroom tour. So I'm at the back of the plane right now where they have a lot of the food service equipment and all of the meal trays, as well as like the hot coffee pods. So this is basically kind of like the kitchen area of the plane. So right now they're prepping the food in these almost microwave-like heaters. And the coffee pots are heating up as well, and then all the food is stored down here. Watching Severance to pass the time. Let me know what you guys think of this show. Alright, it is time for the next meal. It's around 5 p.m. in Abu Dhabi right now, and we're gonna reach there in about 2 hours roughly. So I'm assuming this is like an early dinner. Let me show you what we have. It's essentially almost the exact same thing as what I had for the first meal that I showed you. So it is some kind of like tapioca appetizer, like a salad almost. This time for dessert, instead of a strawberry parfait, there's like a chocolate crumble parfait. And then there's rice with dal makhani and another paneer curry. And then obviously the bread and butter, which is always there, and water. Okay, let's explore the amenities that they gave us on this flight in economy. So here is the outer pouch. And it's pretty cool because it unfolds into this reusable tote bag that is super handy when traveling, and it's got the Etihad logo and some cool colors on it. Next, let's dig into the pouch and see what they have. So the standard earplugs for takeoff and landing to help with the air pressure, an eye mask to help block out any light and sleep better on the plane, and last but not least, if I can find it, hand cream. I think it's lavender. So that's pretty cool. They did not give us any toothbrushes, unfortunately. Sitting in a cramped seat on a plane is not ideal, so I was trying to get up at least once every 1 to 2 hours and walk around and, get some exercise and the blood pumping. And a lot of other people also had the same idea clearly, so everyone was either sleeping, eating, watching TV, or walking around. Alright, we are landing in Abu Dhabi in roughly 30 minutes, so I'll try to show you what the landing looks like if I can out the window, but it's super, super dark right now. Just like it was during takeoffs. So just made it into the Abu Dhabi airport. I'm transferring to get on another Etihad flight from Abu Dhabi to Hyderabad. So walking towards the transfers area right now. Okay, so just got through security again here in Abu Dhabi, and I'm at this like overlook point where you can kind of see a lot of the airport and the shops that are near the terminals. So just take a look at this view. I'll give you a closer look once I get closer to my gate. So my connecting flight is at the C gate, so I'm walking there right now. Yves Saint Laurent, Burberry, Fendi, Gucci. Look at that huge Gucci store. They really have it all here. There's even a Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret. Wow. Okay, I am now on my connecting flight from Abu Dhabi to Hyderabad. They're just doing the in-flight announcements right now. It's super hectic between getting off of the last flight and getting onto this one, but we're almost ready to take off. Alright, it's time for the next meal, and it's very similar to what I had before. Let me show you. There is some kind of pachadi or like pickles with carrots and cucumbers, it seems like. And then there is rice with some dark brown chickpeas, and this looks like manjigi charu, which is basically like a spiced buttermilk that's really thick, and you eat it with rice. And then they have like an interesting looking bread here. It's not your typical bun, it looks a little bit different. So there's that, and then there's like a mango mousse, it seems like. So this actually looks quite interesting, so I'm gonna have this and let you know what I think. Sorry, I wasn't able to vlog immigration or what happened afterwards because things were moving really quickly, and I had to make sure I was able to get all of my baggage to the car and ready to go. But I am in India. I'm gonna conclude the travel vlog here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned because I will be posting a ton of content from my India trip.